we're here with Chad Eppert, and he's a real estate investor. And what else do you think you are?
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's had a pretty big life transformation. He lost a bunch of weight and cleansed, basically, and had a big mindset shift. So why don't you tell us a little about your biggest transformation?
It happened probably about, I'm guessing 2 years ago. I weighed about 290 pounds, maybe even a little more. And I got to a spot where I couldn't do the things that I really wanted to. I still surfed, I still hunted, I still did those things, but it like slowed me down. And so I was on a fishing trip 200 miles off the coast of Mexico when my appendix bursted. Yeah.
Wow.
And so basically from that point and being in the hospital, I had to be in the hospital for 12 weeks. I had to start looking at life changes that were going to support myself. So when I got out of the hospital is when I started doing the detoxes, and I did the as many cleanses as I could just to get my body back to, being healthy. And,
yeah. How long was the cleanse?
I did the master cleanse for 2 months, which I don't suggest to do anybody. I would start off with a 7-day or a 5-day or a 3-day master cleanse.
Okay.
But I did the first 30 days, and then I would do like a cup of rice after the first month with the cleanse.
No raw fruits or vegetables?
No raw fruits or vegetables.
Why not?
I heard that you could do it. I heard that that's really all your body needs to maintain.
Okay.
And so I tried it on a whim. And then I got into juicing and started doing raw food and live food.
Yes. And that really helped.
It helped me out, and I could feel myself changing. I suppose there was a lot of days when I didn't think I could pull it off.
Yeah.
And I needed something more, like a burger or something like that. But I just pushed through.
Yep.
And I got to a spot where I eventually ended up losing 60 pounds. And then getting back into jiu-jitsu, of course, helped me out as well.
So that was over 2 months?
2 months. I lost about 25 pounds the first month. And then maybe 10 or 15 pounds the second month. And then just kept going after that.
Yeah.
I just felt so good in the morning that I could go for walks, and surf more, I had more energy.
Yeah.
I still eat meat, but it's not like, I wasn't gorging myself on,
Yeah, like food, like lots of red meat, pork, chicken, all those kinds of things.
I quit drinking alcohol. That was another big one.
Yeah. Definitely. That's huge. Okay.
I think we should do it.
What steps did you take?
What are you asking? Like what kind of steps?
So what kind of steps did you take while transforming? Like little steps, big steps?
Big steps.
Things that helped you progress, keep momentum.
I did it on my own. I didn't have anyone to coach me or mentor me through it. So I mostly did what I could do from yoga. I'd go to yoga and talk to people and see what was going on in their life and find little secrets here and there. I tried the paleo diet. That worked wonders for me.
Yeah.
I really liked the paleo, but then I was missing out on certain things because I am Norwegian, and I feel that I was needing grains in my life. Like I was losing too much weight, like in my face and whatnot. So I started supplementing grains back into my life and more vegetables, more raw food,
right,
and more water. That's
yeah. So allowing yourself to be flexible in your diet.
Absolutely.
Not just strict one type of diet.
I don't think it works.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's different for everyone. Right. Okay. Any other big little steps that you made? Pivots or anything in those 2 months or in that time period?
Yeah, I can think of so many things.
Quitting things.
I quit a lot of things. I quit doing sugar. Like I said, I quit drinking alcohol. The sugar was the real hard one to get off of, because sugar's in everything.
Yeah, it is.
Your yeast and everything is in, so I had a real hard time with the sugar, but once I got to the spot where I wasn't doing sugar anymore, that's when I could feel the lift, and my energy changed. Started attracting different energy. I started seeing more light and light aspects as far as emotions, and stopped choosing to be with the dark aspects of the emotion, and started pretty much shedding layers.
Yeah. So shifting your mind into a more positive place.
It was easier because of the life change.
Right. And the elimination of sugar. Anything else? Like, there's a lot of things out there. Gluten, soy, dairy.
I did get off the gluten, but I'm back on the gluten, which is kind of hard to say. That once I got off the gluten for a year and a half, and I'm doing gluten again. And I'm not really. I was skeptical towards gluten and what it does to the body at first, and now I'm not really seeing that much of a difference.
So you're not gluten sensitive?
No.
You're not?
No. But I was at first.
Right.
I was at first. I got rashes, heat rashes mostly, from eating the gluten. Once I got off the gluten, and then I would try to eat like bread, like not sourdough bread, but like regular bread. I'd get my body would heat up, get like an arm rash or something like that. But
yeah.
Now when I'm hungry, if I eat the bread, I'm fine. It's I don't know. Maybe it was emotional or
build up of bad bacteria, or
it's possible.
Hypersensitivity or something somehow.
Absolutely.
Cleaned up or cured yourself or whatever. That's good. Great. That's amazing. So what advice do you have for others that are looking to change for the better?
It all comes down to what you're willing to do for yourself to be healthy. And if you don't know that you're unhealthy, it's kind of hard to figure out that the things that you need to do in your life to make the changes that you need to have.
Yeah, like taking a step back, self-awareness.
It's good when you have friends and family, people who can intervene in your life. It's good to be open and be able to talk to people. If you can't talk to people and you're completely closed, then I suggest taking a yoga class or something that's going to help you open up.
Some kind of therapy.
Drink lots of water. Drink 8 ounces of water when you're right out of bed.
Yeah.
Drink your water. Get your body going. Stretch. Stretching is really good to do first thing in the morning, and those things will help you to open up over time.
So physical activities, support system, community.
That's really important. It's good to get out there. If you don't feel like you're doing the change in your life that you want to see happen, you need to get out there and do other things that are going to help you get to that spot.
Not closing yourself off.
No, that doesn't work. No, that doesn't work. Unless you want to go live in a temple, if you want to go live in a temple and live that lifestyle, that does work for.
That's true. But they still have community. They still daily fast from noon till the morning of the next day. They only eat in the morning, and then from noon on till the next day in Buddhism, they fast, and that's why they remain so healthy. That's cool. So you needed a lot of. Did you have a lot of support? Because you said you.
I didn't have any support. All my friends at the time were fishing. I was a fisherman. I grew up in the fishing community, and there's a whole lot of. It's not the healthiest. We supply the healthy food for the people that eat, but it's not so much of a healthy environment as far as you're spending all day long in the hot sun. You're working constantly. It's you're not taking meals. If you're a meal preparation and kind of person, then yeah, it works really well. But fishing in general is it's just a real hard kind of you're working long days.
Yeah.
And so that community. I don't have one fisherman friend that does yoga or does any kind of spiritual outlook in life or anything like that. So I didn't really have the friends that were telling me, hey, you know what, you might want to go easy
Yeah.
today. It's more of a, like, it was more wide open.
Yeah.
I,
So you had enough confidence, enough,
well, I'd done it before.
self-esteem, like to do all these things. You've done it before.
I've done it before. Yeah, I had a different life, and when I got into the fishing life, was me side slipping or backsliding back into a different way that works. Of course, it works. It's a good lifestyle, but it wasn't the lifestyle that was supporting the me that I wanted to have, which was to be able to grow, and to learn, and to be open. I felt like I was really closed off when I was drinking alcohol and eating lots of sugar and eating all the meat. I just didn't feel like it was going to perpetuate my life in a positive direction.
Yeah.
And so being in the hospital, I kind of got a lot of time to think about where I wanted to be and what I wanted to see happen in my life. So it was that was the pivotal point in my life to change. And then I'm glad I did.
Right.
Now telling you that I'm eating the gluten now, and I don't want to eat the gluten. I might switch back to that. There's so much sugar in gluten-free food, and that's something I was having a hard time with.
Yeah, true. You really got to watch the gluten-free, trend, because it's not all that, great. It's not. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and this is better than gluten. Well, no, this isn't, because it's going to affect your body in another way. And stuff like that. You could be sensitive to this, and there's all these types of flours, and you got to find the one that you know and test it, that your body's not going to react to, and stick with it. Because there's rice flour, there's tapioca, there's coconut flour, which I think is amazing.
I like it.
That's like the best. And there's almond flour, and there's tons of types of flours. So
I did the no carb diet, and that didn't really work out because I like fruit, and fruit's good. But what I started doing is mixing fruits with vegetables,
right,
and I got incredible results from doing that.
Right. Well, it's natural fruit. It's fructose. Yeah, that's cool. And dairy? Do you have issues with dairy?
I do have issues with dairy.
Most people.
I love the dairy, but I've cut myself down to just butter.
Yeah. I know.